we are apart, I will be wishing on starlight, wishing that I could give the stars to you. Who knows if tomorrow may bring us the chance for a brand new start. Till that moment, you'll be in my heart. We are apart, I will be wishing on starlight, wishing that I could give the stars to you. Who knows if tomorrow may bring us the chance for a brand new start. Till that moment, you'll be in my heart. Till forever, you'll be in my heart.
Two. Set that low. 1 and 2. Recoil Horror Loving in chat. Ted Nerve. Ginger Beef. Renegade. Needless. God Jameson 1+ saves.
Let's do it!
Yo, dog, Kenny Boucher here, Next Level Painting, hitting you up on that literal best of all days. Coming to you live from a Beats Lab at an undisclosed location in Central Florida. We're doing it again. Buddy Funster, thank you for the resub. Alright, let me text the bot master real quick. Where is this guy? Alright, just bang that, a quick text. Rottweiler, that's true. You know, I was gonna shave, but just all so scratchy. I was like, I was gonna shave today. Then I didn't. I'm a hobo. Rottweiler, man. So I just sent you an email, Rottweiler, to see if you can click a link for me. Because I don't know if they set it to be shareable. It's a Rune Forge Gaming. Hey, the Rampage, what's up, brother? 69 Yo Dog Street, Florida. That's right, Recoil. That's right. Played the shit out of Diablo 4 this weekend. Eddie the Rampage just woke up from an unexpected nap. Classic. Classic dad energy. Go boy, what's up, brother? So I sent out a text to the bot master. We'll see what's up if Solar Bot's down. Yeah, I was able to just grind out some real ass sit down time this weekend. Played with Demeki, played with Riapre, played with Matt OTP HGZ, played with Furlough. Got some good games in. Played White a little bit. I just found out there's a whole endgame content I didn't even know about. The Undercity. I was like, wait, do I have to do like a side quest to access this? Did I get? It's like, fuck. I basically go into the quests tab and right click, forget all side quests. I'm like, nope. So I went back and got the quest and did it. Go boy, you doing good? Yeah, I'm chilling, man. Got Halloween Horror Nights this week. I haven't gone to Halloween Horror Nights in Florida ever. Right? Living in Hollywood, and we go every year to the Universal, experience, which is interesting because that's actually Universal Studios, right? It's like their actual backlot. Whereas the one in Florida is a theme park based around the backlot, right? So I've been there, obviously. I'm from Florida, but I haven't experienced. I noticed that like everything seems to be bigger, like more like baller in the Florida one because it's a theme park, like designed, right? So I'm hoping that extends to Halloween Horror Nights. I think it might be better because the one sometimes it's kind of janky in the Hollywood one. Because, like, they pulled out, like, the Killer Clowns props from the movie for the 80s year. Some old busted shit. Cool and nostalgic, no doubt. But you're like, But you also get to see some real-ass shit, though. Like, Norman Bates' house, the real one. Which has been in, like, 10 other movies. Like, so it's like a give and take. So I'm excited to see the pageantry differential, Rottweiler, so you can't open the link? Okay, that's all I want to know. I want to know if I can go there and download a bunch of shit and email it to you. I think it's like keep a lid on that shit. I think that's the like project files for this upcoming launch for manufacturing. So we have a model in there we want to scope out and print. But I don't know what I'm looking at when I look at STLs. I'm like, I don't know what this shit means. Good. Yep. So my boy Mark is coming through. Oh, my baby's home. All right. Let me be sweet. Let me go give her a quick kiss. Delete that Twitter post, Rot? Yeah, no, you can leave the Twitter. That's BRB. I don't know what's going on. She's down there talking to some neighbors. I don't want to get dragged in some bullshit. Meaning like normal, pleasant introduction stuff. You know what I mean? Like they're just talking, chatting. I was like, yeah, fuck this. Came back upstairs. Okay, Kruger in the chat, Doug Jameson. So, the cat broke the model. Did my title go out? Left the door ajar. One night, came in here and it was a fucking disaster. Can't trust him. Sir Crow? I think so. I've got the parts right here. We're going to try to repair them. In a rampage, how bad? I've seen worse. I'll show you in a second. OnePlus Save says, ain't nobody got time to chat with the rawhide sorters. I haven't even been affected by the rawhide sorters. I don't even know what you get time. I guess it's because I'm not running around with, 60 billion gold, just doing whatever I want with fucking a Spiritborn. Just because I guess the only chase for a Spiritborn is like you're making your gear flawless, right? Rottweiler, I think we got it. I think we're okay. It's masterwork triple credit. Oh, you're trying to get. Oh, okay. So you're trying to get. Okay. Yeah, that's like the sunk cost fallacy. But that's all you had. That's your chase. Your chase is nonsense because your character is so good. Beating the rampage, the model being dropped. I mean, technically, all models have been dropped, but by me, not by a cat sneaking in. Fucking my shit up. Recoil, it's not my Lehman Russ band, right? No, I don't think so. We'll see. So, Rottweiler, did you send me an audio clip on my phone? Dart Jameson? Twitch is like that, man. I don't fucking know. Twitch got problems. OnePlus saves. Hundreds of trillions of damage. Your character's fucked up. Are you gonna go make a new one soon? You're gonna go play the game. You're gonna go play the actual game soon. It's like hot in here. This room was supposed to be the coolest room in the house. It is not. Power Fister 5000. I like the Spiritborn being overtooled on launch. Just like I like Codexes to be shooting for the stars. But at some point, you gotta... With 40k, it's different because if like your Codex gets like ultra buffed, you're gonna play it. 40k represents thousands of hours of time investment to make just your models work. But I feel like they did a really good job with this season, making the game challenging again. And like you don't get to experience that 1+6. You know what I mean? Like by the way they changed the world tier mechanics and stuff. OnePlus it's fun doing quintillions of damage. Yeah, but come on, man. It's because you know that character's available that you can't walk away from it. This audio clip. All right, I'm gonna click on it. But if you say some fucked up shit,
Kenny Stoche, not life. Come on.
You dumb Trump fucking AI voice modulator. So preposterous. Hopa says, you said you did. You got slammed for a day when you got to World Tier 4. You're really weak from Paragon level 100 plus. The rest of us didn't go to World Tier 4 at Paragon level 100. You see, that was like a dream. Keeping it rusty. What's up, man? Rottweiler, there's no he. It's you typing. You talked about works. It's real. You just booked Trump on Cameo? You gotta, so you, I mean, you have to write it a certain way to make it sound like his inflection. Good job. So that's hard work. All right. Rottweiler is really proud of himself.
So, just so you know, Rottweiler sent me that file. I told him I was going to put it on my Twitter, but he said, nope, don't need that. It's on the download, so I'm not going to. I'm just sharing your stream tonight. I'm watching it. Another Florida man. Really nice. I was told things. My man said we can golf and we'll see. I don't know. I know streams though. The guys that streams paying these orc people. That works too. Know everything about orcs. They don't like me. But I hope you have a good stream, Kenny.
Oh, it's preposterous. Mopa says, do I need more gold yet? I still have like 600 million. Seems all right. Nor Dodge, what's up, man? We got you in on the classes. Did you get your email response from Patreon, like your DM from Patreon with all your links? Nice. Sir Crow, there's a GT happening on this side of town on the 16th. I don't even know if I'll be here on the 16th. I'll let you know. Exclamation point Daka Daka. Exclamation point Fall Gear. You guys know the promos. Exclamation point Class. Shout out to Noor, our newest student. Rose Magic, what's up, player? All right, let's take a look at what we got here. Nor, you're going over it now. Most of the stuff, you have most of the stuff already. Figure out the setup. Yeah, you can use your phone. As long, you know, that's fine. The phone is a good camera option. Oh, lock in. So let's show you guys the damage. Okay, Kruger, you finally finished your figure. Locking in the obesity cradle. All right. So he's missing some things. So I found him on the floor. The axe broke off. Top and bottom. And looks like part of this robe broke. Ooh, and it looks like it's leaking resin now. Rottweiler. That's... oh no. Because he's hollow, right? What do we do about that? So I gotta clean it with the alcohol, but then do I need a UV? I need to put it in UV light? I have a UV light? I don't think I have a UV light. The blue lights would work? Or are you just teasing me? Yeah, well, I don't have the sun right now, Redcoat. How am I going to fix this now? So should I just leave this? Should I leave this part that's clearly got like wet resin on it? Should I leave that so I can put it in the sun tomorrow? It's like literally raining outside right now, Sir Crow. But do I need to clean it off? Do I need to clean the surface off first? Should I go get the alcohol? Trying to remember where I put it. I just bought some. Reapray? She does not have a UV curing station. Alright, let me go see if I can find the alcohol. Hold on. I just bought some. All right. So I got, what's going on down here? Got some ISO. '91. Got a Q-tip right here. Soaked it. Dremel says, wipe it off, then glue the shit out of the thing and fill it with glue. So I got ISO on this little Q-tip right here. Kind of like in a crease. Okay, we're looking good, Rottweiler? Yep. That brake is clean now, and I don't see any. Sort of leaking out of right inside there. So glue it back together, like glue the other piece back on it now. Just like plug it. You know, I've done this before, Rottweiler, on an old Cromlech model. An old Cromlech Gluttony Demon. And it had an issue like this. And it just was, I kept weeping out of the same spot. And eventually what I did was I shoved a fucking paper towel in there. Like this. This is years ago. So I rolled up a piece of paper towel. I'm going to form fit it to the hole. Right? Jinja. You're wondering because it may have broke. It broke because the cat fucking came in my office and knocked everything off my fucking desk, dude. Now what I'm gonna do Put a little glue on this part, Rottweiler. And I'm putting a lot in the center here. And I'm gonna let the glue infuse that paper towel that's hanging out. And it is a pretty fucking clean break. But now I just soak that paper towel with super glue. So it's like permeating it, turning it into like fiber mesh. And the reason for the paper towel ginger beef is because if there's still resin in there, it's gonna keep weeping down that spot. And I've had it continuously force its way out of the seam and break the bonds of my glue even. But I learned, this was like 10 years ago, that I would fill the void with something porous and super glue. Well, but says, do I have any 2GA boots laying around? GA, all the boots that keep that GAs on them have Barbarian GAs. Especially if they have two. Rottweiler says, you literally just made a bandage, a mess bandage. Oh, yeah, I know. When they're hollow, I know, like, inside of them, there is, like... But, like, on the Cromlech one, like, on his belly, there was, like, an uncured spot, and it kept weeping up out of it. So what I had to do was I had to drill a hole, right? And then basically I removed that whole section, because it was deep. And then just I painted them perfectly, and I saw it weeping through the pores. So I removed that whole core sample, let it drain for a minute. Then I backfilled it, smoothed it over, and repainted that small spot. So also this piece, luckily my girlfriend found this piece. Isn't that right? Why is this? I think this piece got sheared and we're missing a piece. Yeah. So this piece lost something in the shearing. Well, that's the best we can do. Okay, now here's the part that's an issue. We definitely have to pin this. Yeah, green stuff. Okay, right there. See it. The thing is, if we just rely on glue, that's gonna come right off. That's literally not. I mean, it's gonna snap off, and by the time, I mean, like it'll snap off again, like today while we're working on it. There's too much leverage on that piece. I'm looking, it might be too big. Looking for a drill bit that matches this small paper clip a little bit better. Try this one. Recoil, end of month giveaway, Deca Orc is painted, repaired, and painted again. That's right. Let's see what we get here. A little off center. I'm going to use the X-Acto blade. To push it to the center a little bit. Like that. We're definitely gotta pin it, man. Much as I don't want to. Somebody's gonna take this model home and it can't just be broken, and all these repairs can't just break again. I feel like this drill bit's broken. First off, let's see how that hole lines up with our paper clip. It might be a little too big. Let's see if we can downgrade further. Keep it arrested. Best glue for brakes like this. UV torch. What's UV torch? Is that just like is that a resin? Looking at. No, this is our best match. We have to use this. Do I have a different drill bit? I kind of hate this. It's a resin, apply like glue, UV flashlight to gear. Yeah, I bet that sounds amazing. So that's amazing. So we need that. So I'm going to be doing a bunch of 3D printed models. I should get some of that stuff. Yeah, like drilling this is kind of hard. And it's just not a good fit. Yeah, I need to use these paper clips. I only have a few of these. The hard part's going to be getting this part. Man, remember that one time I had a... Oh, is this hollow? Tight. Gonna get a flood of fucking resin. Yep. There's resin draining out right there. I wonder if I can get it to go continuous. Oh yeah, look at that. What I actually need though is a slightly bigger paperclip from the other project I have. I don't have any of these in stock except here. That's right, Rico. We'll just use the paperclip.
Started from nothing, we did it, we made it, we turned into something. I said what I be, but they ain't believe, they thought we was bluffing. You get what you give, I gave it my all, now we in a running. I did.
Oh, maybe not. Maybe it is better to use this. This has like a outer coating on it. Plastic dip. There we go. I just pulled it off. There we go. Trying to make it straight. It's kind of hard because I already bent it once. So we just gotta glue that in. Plenty of glue on here. Letting it kind of drip down.
Started for nothing, we did it, we made it, we turned into something. I said what I be, but they ain't believe, they thought we was bluffing.
All right, and then I'm gonna straighten that out once it takes hold.
Started for nothing, we did it, we made it, we turned into something. I said what I be, but they ain't believe, they thought we was bluffing. You get what you give, I gave it my all, now we in a running. I did.
All right, while that's chilling, let's go deeper on this. And now I know I gotta get this new shit. You're going to give me a small stroke? Recoil? I mean, Rottweiler? Let's just test that. Okay. We gotta get this on there too. This is gonna be tight. Rottweiler needs smoked toast. Request says, send me bright side of this calamity. At least you have an extra video for this orc. Resin model repair. Paint touch up 101. That's right, man. We've done this before. Came into the Beats lab, saw him on the ground, saw my fucking airbrush on the ground, camera fucking knocked over. I was like, that's it. I knew it. No cats in the Beats lab. And my girlfriend was like, you gotta let him in here sometimes. She saw it. She tried to clean it up for me. She was like, you're right. He can't ever be in here again. Like, you see it now, right? There's some resin right there. Ryan says, would you ever consider converting some Marvel Crisis Protocol minis to Warhammer stuff. Yeah, Wyatt made me a Juggernaut as a Khorne Demon Prince, which is awesome. Dead Nerve says nightmare inducing. Yep, right? That's like, this is our nightmare. It's a little resin right there. Bro, well, I can't really say much. Mars literally ate Bjorn and shit part of him out in the backyard. Fucking dog. There's no fixing that. What's his name? What's the big head? What's the chair guy? Ryan? That guy's awesome. Man, why is this so slow, man? This is the hardest resin in the world, dude. Man, does my Dremel tool have battery? Have a charge? Hold on. I haven't used my Dremel tool in like a year. It's got charged. The real problem though is I don't know where my chuck is. This is like legit a Dremel tool from like Radio Shack. Oh no, this is like the smallest one in the world. Damn it. I think I like threw all the fucking stuff away because I was in a rush. No! It literally has batteries. But the chuck I have is like for the tiniest drill bit in the fucking planet. This is legit like the Radio Shack Dremel. And I don't have pliers, my chuck, anything. I don't have a box. You know how hard it is to get shit for this? This is like the small one. Let's see. Oh, it's barely got a charge. I haven't charged this thing since before I moved out from California. Bro, that's crazy, right? I've got to wallow it out a little bit. And that might give me enough, though, to do it with this. Because it's too small. Crazy? Oh, I didn't break anything, dude. It's the fucking cat, man. Oh yeah, the pilot hole makes it easy to drill in now with the big one. Yes. Yeah, so like this, I mean, look at this. This is the Dremel 770. I mean, this is like legit. This came from a Radio Shack, like one of those like hardware stores in the mountains that have a Radio Shack logo as like a authorized dealer. The mountains of Colorado. It's been hella hard to find stuff that matches this because they're like, what? Which one do you have? Nobody has that. Ryan, thoughts on the new models GW showed last week? Tank busters look deadly. I actually didn't see the new models. If they came out between podcasts, then I'm unaware of them. Let the guys in the podcast tell me. All right. Thank you, Dremel Tool, for your service. Back in the drawer. The hand tightened chuck. Is that the charger? Yep. Okay, so we want to bend this to be straight. Fallen. All right. All right. Recoil. Rot resin, trademark. Guaranteed to always break clean for any calamity or dog disaster. Cat calamity. Like it. Catastrophe. Alright. That's what we're gonna get. Oh my fucking god, what a goddamn stress. Goddamn cat. Do you guys understand? I'm sure you do. I come in here, sit down, I'm like, this looks weird. This doesn't look like I left it. Him on the ground, pieces everywhere. Girlfriend found them. Camera locked over, airbrush, hobo sink tipped over, everything, bro. Just fucking disaster. He somehow got his hand under the door the next night and was able to snake out one of my LED light strips and completely destroy, bite it off of the fucking plug handle, so it's destroyed. Goddamn plain point Siamese cat, man. They're preposterous. The little rascal. All right. Siamese cats or something else. Not wrong. Throw this away, all that resin dust. Templar, what's up, brother? Might need a little green stuff patch as well. Paint. Our last project. Stuck to the outside of this. So we need to address the gaps and everything we just repaired for a top tier model. So we're going to just take some 2-part epoxy, resin, modeling resin. We're going to try to fill those little gaps. Exclamation point, ender. exclamation point, fall gear. Okay, let's see if I can find one of my sculpting tools. I'm gonna make a skinny little snake roll. This is what I'm concerned about, is this spot right here, because this was missing volume. This break right here. So there's a gap, which I don't want. I'm not going to sacrifice the end of that cloak. What's going on here? Okay. So I'm going to press it in. Oh no, instantly got stuck to my tool, which is why I like the water. But I dip it in some water so it's less sticky here. I'm going to just be pressing it into these grooves. Try to fill that little gap and subtract and just kind of carry some over. Right there. I'm going to use the silicone tip, kind of just work it against or with the grain right now. Like I'm planing it like concrete. And we're basically stretching it thinner and thinner to a vanishing point. They have different shapes, these silicone tips. This one is like a wedge tip, so I can push it into those folds, those fabric folds better. peel some of this away. Stack some back over here. I want to make sure we have a good fill inside that seam. Pushing shape, want it back down. Trying to smooth it out to a nice vanishing point. Shout out to Recoil's mom. Still see the gap right here. Trying to push some over. That a little artifact in there. All right. That'll ride. No, I think the weapon's good because I did a quick inspection on the weapon. We need to get that top gap and we're good. Let's make another skinny worm of green stuff. We got the break across the top. Okay. Because it's unfortunately broken two places. Using the silicone to push it in. And the metal. Here's the kind of the marker tip. I'm kind of just stabbing it into the seam. Pressing pretty hard with the silicone and pulling down. Just kind of rub it. It's kind of shiny and thin. But that'll help also toughen it up, the bond. We need a little bit more right there.
When we are
Taking a small amount,
I will remember.
sticking it to the tip of this metal spike.
Remember when
Trying to get it to dislodge.
was bright and new. That walk through the little park, the moon high above the treetops, the smell of magnolias in full
Using the ball tip. This one, smashing it into that seam.
and when we are apart,
Using stippling.
I will be wishing
Put some water on it to help lower the stick.
on starlight, wishing that I could give the stars to you. Who knows if tomorrow may bring us the chance for a brand new start. Till
I
that
think that'll ride.
moment, you'll be in my heart.
Change the light configuration. On. All right. So you can paint like right over it.
And
What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take,
we are apart,
because it's curing, it's not drying, right? So it's not like you have to worry too much about
Wishing that I could
if
give
air can get to it or not.
the stars to you. Who knows if tomorrow may bring us
So I'm gonna take Where's that janky number one? Here's the janky number one.
Till that moment, you'll
So we'll take some black blue.
my heart.
Is this empty? Gotta be some in here.
Till forever,
Okay, no black blue.
you'll be in my heart.
Like straight up coal black. We'll lay the coal black down, hot and heavy. You get a top coat of that over everything. Water. Just gonna lower the opacity over here. Feather it in. Okay, we're looking good. So the repair has taken place. The catastrophe has been restored. Let me lift some of these lights up. We're getting a little too much burn. There we go. Akabara Mas Nomes. What airbrush I recommend? Somebody already posted exclamation point gear. Alright, so we're pinned and glued this back together. We glued that back together, green stuff the gaps, put a top coat of coal black, let it dry, and we're back to painting. Like, we're good. Crisis averted. That up. Thank you guys for helping. Give me advice on resin. Hopefully some tech was revealed to you guys that is usable. And so we're going to set up, we'll do a whip session, and then we'll do painting after the whip break. Exclamation point whip if you're new here. Lock into the Discord server. Crispy Bangs, what's up, man? Sorry, Jameson. Just had to replace my airbrush needle. I dropped like a tool. Hope the tip is good. That's the expensive part. That is the expensive part. But really, where we're going next is the red, right? Because I'm happy with the leather, with our weathered gray colors. Our checkers. We got our backpack locked in. But now we got to actually address the red. So, exclamation point whip. Let me pop open D-cord. Give me 1 second to go take a pee-pee break. Give me like 38 seconds. BRB. All right. Go. Rottweiler. He's like, I thought I was shipping a new model tomorrow. And worse. All right, let's get it going. Rottweiler up first. Crispy been playing around with oil rendering on your orc skins. Oil is a good tool. Or cheesy. Actually, I wish I had some in the office for this red. No. I left all my oil in California a year ago and haven't restocked. All right, so this is Rottweiler's big store commission. We did the OSL, happy now. Oh yeah, that's right, we talked about it. Yeah, see, you did a better job of making it look like a part of the axe, or the base is glowing. This is still a little opaque on the base, and definitely here. You want to just blast it with your airbrush. So this is your vampire counts. These are yours. Remember, just like lower the opacity more and like do less. Rottweiler. He used to be purple, so it's covering up purple. Yeah. But one of the reasons why, you know how you look at some people's OSL and you're like, damn, it looks like it's glowing. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes you look at OSL and you're like, doesn't look like it's glowing at all. Just, I mean, it's cool, it's tasty, but it does not have any glow appeal because your eyes are not being tricked. So the reason your eyes are not being tricked into thinking this is glowing is because you've never seen a light so bright and so ridiculous. I mean, you've seen lights this bright, but for a light to make something blue where none of the color underneath it no longer is visible, you haven't seen that. Your eyes don't know what that looks like. Because mostly, if a light's that bright, it's going to be white. It's going to be just like straight white on like no color information. So the only colors, like, so if something's going to paint something blue with light, it's very low light. You know what I'm saying? It's not intense where you actually see the color. So like that doesn't, so you've never seen that. And because you've never seen that, your brain doesn't know how to get tricked into seeing it. And that's why it's an effect, right? It's a 2D effect applied to a three-dimensional surface that tricks the viewer to seeing something that's not there. This angle is better. You know why? Because the ground is less opaque. The blue on the ground is less opaque. Remember, it's a 3D model, 2D effect. This angle, much better. This angle is where it starts to break down because you can see all the opaque blue. This looks good. This is the hotness. And that's also the nature of OSL. The viewing angle typically suspends the effect. We got two examples. Because I typically, when I do OSL, I try to keep it understated. I don't want it to ever be the reason for the model because that almost always is a mistake. So it's not, so the reason for this model isn't a platform for OSL. I have the dark stuff dark, the bright stuff bright, sync airbrushing, and then a tasty effect applied to the interior of his hand. The reason that looks like it's glowing, Rottweiler, is because where it's emanating, the object that is the source of light is basically white. And then we are slinging insanely low opacity orange in the immediate vicinity, to the point where the gray is still 100% informing the orange. All the highlights are there, everything. I did it already. And then I just lightly glazed with my paintbrush, not my airbrush, my paintbrush, some orange around it. But if that orange was opaque, you'd be like, what the hell's with this orange hand, right? Less is more, and more is way too much. Yeah, we're talking like when you glaze the orange in, it has to look like you didn't glaze the orange in. You have to be like, did I do anything? And then you do it again, and you're like, oh, I see now. And then you start directing it to, that's the state you need to be in. And so these are just effects, right? They should never be the model. The other example is this Contemptor Dreadnought. So you see, inside the sewage barrel, same thing. The liquid is the source. There's an object that's the source of light, and the core it's white. Then we glazed it. We made it white. We glazed it yellow. We pin washed some oranges back in, and then all I did was glaze the interior of the bucket with orange. tasty. You can only see it from this one angle. So when you turn the model around, look at it, you're like, oh, that's neat. Can't see it any other angle. 2D effect, 3D surface. That's how it is. And then we used it on the guns. You see, but again, the guns are like some silver, and we glazed the orange just onto the silver so you can still see the silver. Just a little. It's never the point of the model. Tasty effect. And so probably use your hand glazing next time instead of your airbrush. But it is an improvement to where you were before. These are looking good. Yeah, because remember, Rottweiler, it's like you're tricking a human into filling in the blanks. So, also I'll tell you, the further from fire you go with OSL, the harder the cell. It's like our caveman brain. These are looking good. There we go. Getting out there, getting ready to fucking play center. So what does he do? Just snaps the ball and smashes that kid right here. Just blah! I haven't seen your predator. Ken Kruger, if you post stuff on the literal 19th, how am I supposed to look at it on the 21st? Gave that kid a concussion. Yep. Said it. Oh, look, fire. Is this your OSL study? This fire looks fake as fuck. But you see, this is cheating. It's in the dark. So looking at a photo of like a fire in the dark doesn't really help. Your model's never going to be in the dark. What the fuck is this? God, under no circumstances would I eat what's in this bowl. Might eat this. Is this what's in that bowl? Venison stew. All right, let's go back to K. Kruger. Oh, snap. That's weird. Bro, is he chilling on an egg sack? Gross. Oh, is this like fluorescent paint? This looks really good. And it looks just like the movie. The egg looks wet. Egg looks too wet. It is K. Kruger. It looks just like the movie. Did I see this? The latest movie? No. Did not. Beautiful work right there. K. Kruger. Let's get Sir Crow working on the Kingdom Death models. Oh, it's looking clean. This came out really good, man. Oh, yeah, that's right. I did actually hear about that, Quinn. K. Kruger. Sorry. K. Quinn. Looking good. This guy came out pretty good. It's one of my favorite ones you've done. Darth Jameson. Got all the ghost stuff done. The airbrush. Now it's time to get in there and paint the cloak and sword and whatever. How's everything been going with your Night Haunt project? Yeah, Sir Crow, I like all the lightning. I like the saturation you brought to it. If you had some time to sit your ass down for a few hours, work and kids are killing me. Yeah. I hear having kids is hard. J-O-J, Orktober. Beautiful. Sir Crow says, it really is. Yours is almost 11, so it gets easier. You know, you ever thought of this? I was just thinking of this. Kids are like awful. You ever think of that? Like, I think like culturally, you have kids. Then you just like baby this kid for like 18, 20 years. And then we expect that kid to know how to fucking handle this shit. I just realized the mistake in this strategy. And a lot of people are gonna be like, I didn't baby my kid. I taught him this, I taught him that. Like, no, you babied him. He was literally a baby. You held him in your arms, fed him, wiped his ass. And then you babied the shit out of him for like progressively less, undoubtedly, right? Super babied when he was a baby. Then you kind of babied him less, but his whole life is like, you did everything for him. You gave him money. You bought him food. You cooked for him. Then one day you showed him how to cook. You did his dishes. Then you showed him how to do. Literally, you can't expect someone to be like not like a fucking ungrateful, privileged little brat. You know, who you literally babied for 20 years. It's gonna take them another 20 years. Assuming they're not idiots, to undo that. This all just popped into my head. I was like, damn. I wonder I was terrible at everything. Darth Jameson, your middle kid likes to lie to us. Common. He feels like he has a lack of control in his environment and he seeks to control it psychologically, and lying is a way to control things. Also, you don't have to deal with the consequences of a lie until later. But kids are dumb because they think you don't know they're lying. Little fucking psychopaths. I was a chronic liar too when I was a kid. Rottweiler. Good. Okay, Kate Kruger says, when you got your first job, you were worried your dad asked you, "Are you worried because something great happened?" I was like, "Yeah," and he was like, "That's the song. That's the song growing up. That is my son growing up." Let's see. Yeah, I was like a disaster for so many years. Car Punter, what's up, man? Darth says, I'm almost at 2K points painted, 2 more large minis, and 1 more 10-man unit. Not yet. Rottweiler, yep, kids are dumb. They think they're smarter than you. You're not gonna lie to me about this fucking lifesaver. Or this Sour Patch Kid thing that disappeared. That's good. Oh man, Kara Quinn. When you are living with your lady now, does that mean you can't spend as much money as before on things like paints and minis? No. I mean, I've been in situations like that, yeah. For sure. Not this one. Reading, you got a link sent to me. Huh. Car Putter says, chillin', painting some Retributor Space Marines, bro. Fuck yeah, dude. We're getting ready to start painting on our Orc after our emergency restoration project. Okay, Kruger. My GF said, you won't buy this PS5. You need to save money for our vacation. Now I'm worried because I want PS5. I'm sure she didn't say it like that. Because like your English is not your first language. She probably was like, we need to be saving for our vacation. Is that PS5 really a good purchasing decision? That's probably how it went down, right? She wasn't just like, you can't buy this because you're buying me a vacation, right? Because if she did say that, fuck out of that. Character's like, yep, you're probably right. Because if she looked you dead in the windows of your soul, it was like, you can't have a PS5 because we're going on vacation, I would be like, you can go without me. Karaquid, or Karaquid. K. Kruger, thanks, man. Good night, brother. All right, guys, we got about an hour left. We're on time. We start getting some paint done, slinging some paint. Looking forward to your next project, Kruger. On being sent videos. Let me mute myself for 1 second. Exclamation point class. Ian, starting a full 2K World Eaters army, all primed and ready to paint. No clue where I want to start. Too many choices. Like, yeah, you mean where to start? Like between like tanks, demon princes, infantry? What do you mean? Like what? Where to start? Airbrushing? Like what are we talking about? Exclamation point fall gear. Exclamation point DACA. These are our 2 promos this month, guys. You can get the final 4. It's wide open right now for $1. Let's try to figure this out. So I want to start in on red. And now that we've made our repairs, should be pretty easy. Lock it in a cradle. Look at the back pillow. Just moving the camera to be a little bit better position. There we go. So let's start with the back. So we did something kind of different, right? When we laid down the red initially. I'm remembering that we used this dark flesh. Right? We used some of that. Pretty sure we cut that with like dark purple, with transparent purple though. So I think we did something like that. I think we also utilized burnt red. So the dark position of the model is some combination of these 3 paints. right? Let's get a little noosh. Water. So what we want is we want to kind of eyeball and we want to drop some dark lines, semi-opaque, kind of wet. You want to eyeball the real estate. So we know the vacuum, this burnt red, is darker than the bright red, right? So that should work pretty much 1-to-1 in these brighter red regions. So let's just semi-opaque, kind of wet. Let's use the heart pull. Let's just jam it into this recess. See? That should respect it pretty chill. There's a lot of texture on this guy. Making the dark stuff dark is critical. So we're using the burnt red and the brighter red real estate. We got a little water, a little noosh. Fail rate mitigation is high with that combination. Now I fucked up a little bit right here, so I'm gonna take some water. Just kind of soften that. Let's wash our nuts. There's some dots right here. Wash our nuts. Rotate back this way. You see we got some scratchers. Wash our nut. Using stippling and heart pull. Right there. And we're targeting, like I said, the bright red. See that? Back. Semi-opaque, a little wet. And this is where a lot of the pop is going to come from, is getting all this defined. Want to get it, see there's like the metal's kind of crushed right here around these pipes. Let's take a little bit more noosh, a little bit more water. Let's turn it into a little bit more of an all over situation. Right there. See, this thing has like a bevel. I'm trying to get both sides. Oh, Monument Hobby's coming in with that raid. Monument Hobby's coming in with that raid. Life, let me get some strongman love in chat. Right now we're using water and noosh and burnt red to manually darken some of these recesses. Monument Crew. We use a combination of dark flesh, transparent purple, and burnt red when we were airbrushing this. So just using a little noosh, a little water. We're just trying to get in there and darken some stuff up, mainly targeting the bright red areas with the burnt red. And then we'll darken the mix as we navigate the real estate. Right there. Always wash your nuts.
I come through and lift up the vibe. That's just what we bring, we get like. Gonna get this party started all right, all night. Got the rhythm on deck. I don't need to tell you what's next. Just jump to the rhythm and show me two-step. Jump to the rhythm and show me two-step. Got my cup full, I'm fine. Head to toe when
You see, because of the nature of how we airbrushed it, we have some really bright red zones.
Like Amos, if there's no crime, would you let this one dance be mine? But even if the stars don't align, ain't no way I'm gonna lose my shine. It's pure vibe.
We've also got plenty of dark.
You got drinks, brought some more. Got my brethren, all about.
And anywhere it looks a little sloppy, just get a little bit more water and kind of just
I might text a couple more friends and get loose. It's the vibe.
kind of erase it. Because the noosh is in the mix, so that's easy to do.
From we enter inside, I come through and lift up the vibe. That's just what we bring, we get like. Gonna get this party started all right, all night. Got the rhythm on deck.
Some areas
I don't need to tell you what's
I want to kind of artificially darken, like right here. Low opacity. Right here. Up against the shoe. Now that detail's looking a lot better. Here. See, we did periodically get gray where we shouldn't have on the red, and we're gonna turn that into battle damage. Let's move in right here. If you're just tuning in, we spent the first half of the show repairing this model because he got shattered because my cat. And there's some areas we still need to apply gray to. They were just getting inside those little cuts. Now what we want to do is we want to get a little bit more extreme. So transparent purple and the brown dark flesh color. Well, this is what we're going to use. In some of these areas that are too dark for the burnt red. birthday. But still, we got water and noosh. So if I get a little off base, just kind of subtract it with a little water. See, like here, it's a little too dark for the burnt red. Might go back on my word right there, grab a little bit more burnt red right here. So this gouge right here, get inside there, get a little noosh, a little water, so a bit of a bevel. Now what we want to do is carefully drop some borders. Here. Look at and see how much more pop is there now. I'm going to get a little bit more purple, a little bit more aggressive. Right there. A little bit more watered down on this little bevel. Same thing you see in the darker zones down here. Back here, we're going to get a tight frame that separates the metal from the red. Using the heart pull technique, semi-opaque, a little wet. The flake, senpai, what's up, man? Get a little bit more noosh in the mix. Right there. Right here. We're in the dark real estate. OnePlus save, stupid ass masterworking system. How many billions of mats have you gone through trying to fucking get a triple crit on something? Over 60K rawhide on my pants. There. Make the dark stuff darker, guys. The whole name of the game. Right here. We need to go all the way back to burnt red as our primary. Low opacity, semi-opaque, kind of wet. Little noosh. It looks a little wacky. Just take some water, kind of subtract from it because the noosh will let you. We're using the tip, heart pull strategy, and stippling. You want to run right here. Create a border. That's a little purple in the mix, and dark flesh with the burnt red. These are all the colors we use. The airbrushing. The flake. Do an NMM on the silver bits. It's what we call wish.com NMM. It's definitely not true metallic. We're going to darken it up. If Bruno and I get Diablo 3 going, you need to power level us. Diablo 3? Yeah, for sure. I'll fire up Diablo 3 to power level you. I mean, I'd have to power level myself first, but... There we go. We're just installing the dark stuff gently. Combination of purple, burnt red. Okay, let's lower the opacity further. Let's add a little noosh. A little bit less of the darkness. We're gonna get in on this bevel action right here. Heart pull. See, frame that out. Now, I feel like we could have gotten away with an oil wash, for sure. and it would have been faster, but it wouldn't have been better. So always remember that. Even over here, a little more purple. And the flake says, looks so good. Thanks, man. The wish.com is strong technique. I mean, I teach, traditional on MM too. But a lot of times we just don't use metallic paints on a project. It doesn't mean we're going full force at MM. Sometimes that means just like wish.com. Just using grays and a couple of highlights. Cathora says Diablo 2 to by far best Diablo game ever made because they allow to do what you want to do with your character. Build it anyway. Diablo 4 forces you to play only certain ways. I agree with the first part of that sentence. Diablo 2 is the best Diablo game by far. Yeah. I cannot disagree with you. That's my favorite game of all time. But I disagree with the second half of your statement. As a guy who played Diablo 2 for like 20 years, you can do whatever you want and you can explore new shit. No doubt. But let's be real. Like, every one of your barbarians are always going to have gore riders. They're always going to fucking have Enigma. They're always going to have Ariots. They're always going to have fucking 2 griefs or a grief and a death wish. Like, it's combination. It's always the same shit. Maybe like, I got this new tech. So it's a grief and a death wish. That's the new tech. Grief and doom. That's the new tech. Grief and beast. That's the new tech. So there's no real new tech. If you want to play that game on the hardest difficulty, the tech has been set in stone for 19 years. And it's a highly repetitive game, which I love. But it cracks me up that today people complain about not enough stuff to do. They're like, we don't have enough in-game activity. I'm like, we played Diablo for 20 years and there was all we did was Chaos Sanctuary runs and fucking mail runs for 20 years. Meth runs. So obviously end-game activity isn't the thing that makes a game good. There's a certain amount of nostalgia that goes along with playing a game like Diablo. It's how you felt when you first discovered the game. And so no game will ever compare to how you felt when you first played Diablo 2. It's impossible. It's like when I first played Fallout 3 on Xbox 360. I was like, this is the greatest game I ever played. No Fallout can ever compare. I play them all, though. I love them all. But I can never get that feeling back. That's what it is, feelings. I love Diablo 3. I love Diablo 4. I love Diablo 2. Like, I don't love Diablo 1 that much. I definitely don't love Diablo Immortal. I don't hate Diablo Immortal. I just don't love it. Yeah, let's see if we can get in those little channels. This is important. Making the dark stuff dark. game. Number one thing. Right here, there's a little bevel. We're using more burnt red. We're using a little bit more moisture to wash these nuts, and we're going to paint these nuts silver after the fact. A bevel right here. Box out these pyramids a little bit better. Man, we're gonna have a lot of edge highlighting to do in this model. See how much better he looks, guys, with just that. Let me reposition some of this light. Turning these down. What if I turn this off? Come on. Too bright. Start back over. Try to get that red to look better. So I'm still mastering the light in the new environment. The Flake says that's me with Halo Reach. Played 1 through 3. ODST. Can't compare. Ramsel, forgive me my ignorance. This is exclamation point DACA. DACA, shout out to the DACA store for sending us this kit for Orktober. It's huge. It's like, it's literally toy scale. He's like the size of a fucking war dog or a Gorkonaut. So what we want to do is just kind of slowly bring up some of these recesses, be a little bit more aggressive. Ginger Beef, Resident Evil 1. That's another good one. Resident Evil 1 slaps so hard. There's a couple games like that. Like Diablo 2 is my favorite game of all time. When I got a really good set of memories associated with Xbox 360 era. I lived by myself, had my own place. And recently, lost my job and had unemployment for like a couple of months, and played a lot of Xbox 360's game during that time period. And that's when I discovered like Fallout 3. It just dropped. I hated it. I didn't think it was good because I was playing something else I really liked. But then I went back to it, and I went into a time capsule. It fucking came out, I was like, oh, this is the best game I've ever fucking played. Best single player experience of my life. Fucking changed my life. All right. So let's go old school, guys. Exclamation point Ender. You can get in on the Final Four for literally 99 cents right now. Here on this Monday Night Raw Dog installment for our fall rewards. We had an emergency repair session on this guy because we had a catastrophe. Let's see if we can get a couple of lines to look pretty clean. So I'm taking some of the Bold Power Red. Now this should almost be not enough. And I'm going to show you. Straight up Bold Power Red. What we want to do is we want to under highlight this scratch. We're using Raw Dog high opacity low moisture paint, using the heart pull. You see, this should be brighter than every other red on the model, but it's barely brighter. You see, it's almost not doing anything. We're using the tracer right there. Trying to keep the light low enough for you to see it. You see, it's almost non-existent. That's what makes red so tricky. Like, it's highlighted. But because it's so safe, it is worth getting a couple of highlights down that might otherwise be hard to do. Using the tracer right here. But I'm going to show you what the real plan is. So let's grab some Bold Titanium White. Your girlfriend painted her first mini today. Sister Battle definitely found red and white to be tricky. Yep. I'm combining those two colors right now. So we're going to add white to the red. So white is guaranteed to make the paint brighter. Using the heart pull strategy. High opacity, low moisture. Tracer. But what really makes the red pop is the darkness. How dark you were willing to go in contrast to the chosen red. It's the real secret. Now this is just pre-highlighting on right now. We're setting up a different highlight. Using the tracer. I'm going to use stipples under these holes. Under highlight right here. Tracer right there. We can get a little bit right here. We don't need to get an under highlight on every scratch. Definitely a few. Hold on a second, let me... lower some of this. So you see, with just the white, it gets pretty fun. Now right there, got a little wacky, so grab some more Volpyro. Kind of clean that up. You gotta be careful on some of these angles. Because he is 3D printed, he doesn't have like the crispest angles for tracing techniques. A lot of stuff is pretty rounded off. You see, just go through. Make the bright stuff brighter and also under highlight these gouges. Sometimes you're gonna fuck up. Now those are all pink, right? Like, cause it's a saturated red. That's fine. I'm gonna go a little harder and grab straight up white. And I'm gonna just kind of excite some of these lines. A little white. and with only 14 minutes left, I'll give you a preview of where that's going. Is so if you're the kind of person who wants to highlight your red with yellow, just don't. It's always going to look like shit. What you want to do is highlight your red with white, and then just take the yellow and then just loosely paint the yellow over your new highlight zone. Right? So here's some yellow. I lowered the opacity. And now I'm going to
It's so damn hot.
yellow up
Milk
our
was a
highlights.
bad choice.
Yeah, let me get some love in chat for Repray jumping into Final Four. Repray, you see, low opacity red or low opacity yellow over our highlights really won't touch the red in any way. Because you guys, if you've ever tried to highlight red with yellow, you know it doesn't do it. You're like, fuck, why isn't it painted? The opacity is just neutered and the yellow gets lost in the red. By giving it something to be informed by, aka the pink, we actually can shoot in that very warm highlight look. And so we're not gonna like get too crazy with it. We're gonna have some of the highlights are gonna be more subdued, some are gonna be more aggressive, and we're gonna kiss most of it with a little yellow to heat it up. Give us a little visual tastiness. But don't get too bogged down in the highlight game, because most of this red looks good because we spent the time injecting the shadow, right? Injecting the dark lines. That's where the contrast is actually coming from. Recoil.
At next_level_painting, I'm not sure I want this parcel I'm getting from Western Australia now. Thought I'd check up on it on the Australia Post app. It says it's in Cockburn, Central Western Australia.
You got something coming to me from Cockburn? Hell yeah. As always, red kind of is hard to film, but let me get some strong man love and chat from my man Recoil in Cockburn. Got some entries to the Final Four. If you're in the Final Four, that's basically a raffle ticket for the month end of giveaways. Every $200 I generate adds another prize drawing. We're at like 6. Some of our bots actually down. The bot master just had surgery. So small bots down, guys. Sorry if some of those commands are off. But, so if you see something that looks a little wacky, you can go back in time to the red, lower the opacity of the red. You can subdue any yellow line you don't like. You can go back and forth. But basically, what we want to be doing is just using red and white to carefully choose what to punch up. This is a bit of a tedious task. Show it respect. If you're in an area that looks a little sketchy, go with more red than white. And also, like, there's nothing wrong with highlighting the red with a pink. For some reason, people think that that's not how red works. It's crazy. Look at anything that's like red and shiny. The highlights are pink. Making the highlights yellow is what's not normal. And we're just trying to get this seam. And look at that. Look how intense he's starting to look. Now that you can see his details. With about 7.5 minutes left in our big giveaways. This October is an important month to the Next Level Painting brand. It is Orktober. It is also our anniversary month. Shout out to everyone who was here and celebrated 14 years in business. Painting minis, slinging paint, drinking 40s. Go through and hit everything that you feel like you need to. I modulate how much red's in the mix based on how dark the real estate I'm working off of is. And don't be afraid. Like I said, you can go back in time to the red and stabilize any highlight you don't like. Even use a little noosh. See, this one's a little janky. We'll just bring a little noosh in right there. But because of his girth, might be a good idea to stay a little on the subtle side, not go too gangster. When something's on this scale, like light actually starts to like really actually activate here. So if I go too hard down the I'm telling you where light is as opposed to where light is path, it can start looking a little weird. But something on the 35mm scale, like, it just light hits it. That's it. So you have to kind of decide. And we've got his base still. So we're in the home stretch. We gotta get the red curated. Gotta get the base. Get him on his big ass base. His axe got pinned back together today. This is curing still back here. Three and a half minutes left. You can get in the final four for as little as $1. Let's consider down here. A little bit more on the red side. Heart pull and stipple. See, and keep my hand in one position. And I'm using a little bit more respectful variant of the highlight. In case my hand slips because it's such an awkward model in some ways. Go. A little bit more white. Some stipples. About a minute and a half left in the final four. Shout out to Recoil. Yeah, rear prey. Oh, 1 minute left. Final four, wide open. This Monday night raw dog. Finally. Looking beautiful. Final 20. The fuck are you guys talking about in there? Toasted dude, thanks, man.
You gotta get swifty in here. It's time to get swifty. Uh-oh. You gotta get swifty. Oh, yeah. Take off your pants and your panties. Shit on the floor.
There it is. Recoil, rear prey. All right. It's the final four. Let me throw down a raid here and write some names down. Let me get some coverage on this. I'll be adding some Patreon content up, especially now that we had to do a big repair stream today. So exclamation point class if you're curious about my Patreon, or exclamation point patrons. Find me on Patreon. We got all our VODs edited down up there. Also, I teach 5 days a week. It's a big thing. But look at that. That's a big difference between where it's been, right? I told you we were doing the red last. It's just like a couple of paint strokes. Look at that. Painting is secretly easy. Queue up. Where's my pencil? Put my pen in here. There it is. Let's see here. Got a call from the shop too. Got to pick up my truck tomorrow. New water pump, timing belt or timing chain. Recoil. So I'm excited for that. Been having my truck all weekend. Gas and lead, thank you so much. Ginger beef, of course. Okay, so it's Monday. Is Rottweiler on? Is that who's that? Who streams? Yep. Bubba Ballin. A reminder, exclamation point Daka Daka. Help us out this month. We're going to be giving away this model on the last day of the month. The month ender will be Tuesday the 29th. So this model that we're working on right now, in addition to all our month ender giveaways, he's going home. All right, let's set this right up. Queued up. Rottweiler just literally walked away. You guys know how it works, though. Thank you guys for hanging out with me tonight. Hopefully, I see you guys on Patreon. We podcast on Wednesday, but we're also streaming again tomorrow. As always, until we meet again, play on, players.
When we are apart, I will remember the summer. Remember when everything was bright and new. That walk through the little park, the moon high above the treetops, the smell of magnolias in full bloom.
Did Rottweiler cancel the stream? Recoil? Can you confirm that? He's back.
Who knows if tomorrow may bring us the chance for a brand new start.
All right. We're back. Twitch got him.
Till that moment
Put his pants back on. That's right.
you'll be in my
All right. I'm just gonna wait. I'm gonna manually hit it as soon as it queues up. Let's bring the length, the girth, the positivity in over to Rottweiler. He 3D printed this model. All right. Okay. So much girth. Let's go.